We go live to Venezuela. The defense minister is providing a statement. Let's listen.
If there is any consensus in the country, it's precisely the consensus of peace, of taking care of peace, of building up the peace, and of defending peace every day. Let us say that we need a lot of courage to defend peace. To keep up with peace needs much more courage than providing violence. It's the presidential elections on July today, and they are just complying their tasks in all polling stations. We are just taking care of the public order, of the national order, in order not to give any incidents and we are taking care of our borders. Borders are closed, and we are taking care of our maritime spaces and air spaces, all spaces of the Bolivarian armed forces are just looking after all these spaces. And we are very happy because every time there's an election in the country, the the forces are just very happy. We are a sanctioned country, over 900 cohesive measures, and this is a democratic exercise. It is an issue to analyze, to value. Today, on July 28th, I think that in any country that has so much aggression and persecution as Venezuela has been, of course there's no elections, but here is all the contrary. The state is promoting elections, presidential elections, and the people summoned that has been attending the polling stations. So we are today, the army forces, the forces are just fulfilling their tasks, and we are going to be very alert on the whole day. And we can say that there has no incident so far, more than those regular ones. Some regular incidents not worthy to mention, but so I hope that the whole process ended up in peace, with civism, tranquility, a lot of patience. The political actors must be assessing the behavior of the population, and we are just taking care for across the whole continent, the whole country, for all voters to cast their ballots, because the people can go to the polls, because the Bolivarian armed forces guarantee your safety, and then the all military forces here in the Venezuela are just exercising are just taking care for their safety. They have ratified that the electoral system and they have ratified the electoral system and I have the chance to receive two international entities, the Carter Center and the United Nations. We have been holding talks. It was a nice visit, and we expressed all the Republican plan, and they are conscious about the steadfastness of the Venezuelan electoral system, which is completely automated and auditable, and it is something wonderful. So the world looks up to the electoral system of Venezuela. So that I think that international observers are going to see and are going to persuade those who aren't convinced of that steadfastness and solid of the Venezuelan electoral system, which has the possibility to elect without any cheating, to elect the president of the republic. So yes, the strategic command are just disclosing that monitoring all the situations, and we are monitoring everything that's been happening in the territory, and I am sure that we are going to have some contacts. We are having contacts with all international observers, with all attorney generals. There's a wonderful articulation in nationwide, and so this is an example of our strength, of the strength of the electoral process. We are just articulating every minute to fulfill the established requirements. So So what do you think about the results? These are the rules of democracy. We know that President Nicolás Maduro has just given the example. He called to all candidates and actors to respect the results once the process be finished, respect the Electoral Council. It's the first who has come out and who has just urged to respect the results. It's democracy. There's a lot of respect to minorities, but it's the rule of majorities. So we are ready institutionally for that. We have to make seem that yes, at the beginning we have seen an intention, a smooth intention of the outlets through social media to discredit these elections. And I said that the Bolivarian armed forces are just trained for this. They have the capacity, the training, and the ethics. They are professionals enough to fulfill all the tasks of these elections. We are just managing all these expressions. And I remember you that all that the social media disclose, it's not true. There's a real world here in the polling stations, and we have to be careful about what they said on the media, which is not always true. That was Vladimir Padrino Lopez talking about.
Those were the statements of the Defense Minister of Venezuela, Vladimir Padrino Lopez, expressing how the elections are unfolding. He reported that everything is happening in peace, in tranquility. There are no serious incidents to be reported, and he hopes that the election day will conclude in the same manner, in peace, as Venezuelans go to the polls to elect their next president. Stay tuned for teleSUR English for more updates.